So Phil Spencer was in the news today with some pretty interesting quotes, giving some props to Nintendo and Splatoon, and also drawing some comparisons to Microsoft's own brand of business. So this is just a very quick story that I wanted to share some super short opinions on, as I thought that this was pretty cool, but also something that may not be as surprising as some people are treating it. But that doesn't mean that I don't still want to talk about it and give it its due, especially because it's Phil Spencer, who I think is just one of the greatest guys leading one of the console manufacturers in the industry right now. So like I said, he had some pretty cool quotes talking about Microsoft business and also brings up Nintendo and their first-party approach, and this is what he had to say. On the Wii U, I think people downplay how many units they've sold. I've got a Wii U. I think there are some great games on there. I think Splatoon's a really nice game, and I don't think there's a first party out there that has the strength of IP that Nintendo has. They're always a beacon to me when I look at what it means to build a first party portfolio of products. They've done a great job. So, pretty cool stuff. It's always nice to hear one of the big heads of any one of the console manufacturers in those companies talk nice about another company who's actually its competitor in the market. I think that that's pretty cool. I do want to say that, again, I think Phil Spencer is kind of the really cool, down-to-earth, genuine, honest guy who would do something like this anyway. I've said it a couple times. A lot of people have said it. What an amazing guy to get control of a company like the Xbox division of Microsoft, I should say. And he's obviously been steering that ship in the right direction since he's taken over. And I think that that's fantastic for the Xbox One and for Microsoft fans and just for the company as a whole. Phil Spencer is a great, great dude. And also, I totally believe him when he says that he appreciates and respects what Nintendo does on the first-party market and what their portfolio is like, and the fact that he probably plays Splatoon and thinks it's a really good game, again, I think is totally true. I mean, there's no doubt that he is probably a real gamer. He seems like a real gamer to me, and I believe that he would absolutely own probably all of the competition's boxes. I'm sure he has a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation Vita, a Wii U, a 3DS. Obviously, he's going to have a kick-ass PC because Microsoft does also work on the PC hardware and software market. But I'm sure that he's got that stuff. I think that that's pretty cool. And I mean, Splatoon, I don't really play it much anymore, but it's a great game. And some would be crazy to own a Wii U and not play that game. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind that he means what he said. And I think that that's pretty cool. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is, as much as people are getting really excited about this or, talking about this or that, basically sharing their opinions on it, like I'm doing, and what it means that he said these things, I do have to say that as far as I know, everything I've ever heard indicates that within the industry, these guys always feel this way, and they would always have nice things to say about their peers in the industry who are heading other competing companies. I mean, I know a couple of years ago, I don't know the quote, and I didn't think to look it up in front of me, but Shuhei Yoshida, if I remember correctly, it could have been Kaz Hirai. Either Kaz Hirai or Shuhei Yoshida, I think it was Yoshida from Sony, had a couple of great things also to say coincidentally about Nintendo, where he mentioned Nintendo's an amazing company and we need them in the marketplace. That was the gist of what he said. We need a company like Nintendo. He wanted Nintendo around. He didn't want to wish the ill-fated doom of any one of his competitors to say, hey, you're my competition with your machine, and I hope that you fail, and I hope that you drop out of the industry, and I hope that you just disappear, and all of your employees and yourself, you just lose jobs and money, and you go bankrupt, and it's horrible. I mean, these guys are all in the same position. Everything I've ever seen or heard, granted on the internet, has always made me feel that whenever they see each other in public or like at conventions like E3, that they're very friendly to each other. They're shaking hands. They're probably going out to business or lunches. Business lunches or dinners, and probably sharing drinks and stories, and who knows? I mean, they're human beings. They're real people. And I think that it's pretty cool to see that any one of them can do what Phil Spencer did today. I don't think he's the only one. People like Reggie Fils-Aimé, like Shuhei Yoshida, like I said, Phil Spencer, these are guys that are probably all very cordial and nice to each other and fairly genuine about it whenever they're talking about each other or to each other. Granted, there's not that many documented cases other than a couple of quotes, so it's not like I'm in the industry and I know this for a fact, but I don't know, it just feels right. I don't know why these guys would do this. I mean, they're just, like I said, they're peers, and they're bound to respect their peers within their industry, and it would honestly be foolhardy for them to do so. I mean, that's the best way to keep yourself successful, is to have respect for the industry, your market, your consumer, and your competition. So yeah, like I said, that's it. Really quick, short news video, especially for me. But I thought that it was pretty cool. A lot of people had been talking about it, so I wanted to share my quick Thoughts for a couple of minutes on it. Do you guys think that this is as commonplace in the industry as I mentioned it is? Do you think it's that common? Do you think it's not? Do you think it's great Phil Spencer said these things, or do you not? Share what you guys think below. Thanks as always for tuning in. This is Rob of Rule of Two Review, and I'll catch you guys next time on another video. On the Wii U, I think that people downplay how many units they sold. I've got a Wii U. I think there's some great games on there. I think Splatoon's a really nice game, and I don't think there's a first party out there that has a fucking fuck. Damn it.